Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Gone Rogue. And in this episode of Gone Rogue, I am going to talk about the respect for the game. That is right. In this episode of Gone Rogue, I am going to talk about the respect for the game of basketball. And as a bonus at the end, I'm going to share my expectations for my Los Angeles Lakers in the second half of the 2023-2024 season after the All-Star break. So let's start off the All-Star game. This All-Star game has got to be the most boring All-Star game that I've ever watched, just to be honest. I mean, something needs to be done. Something needs to be changed in making the All-Star game exciting. The All-Star game's not competitive anymore. The All-Star game's just no defense. There's no defense. There's nothing to expect for the game of basketball, that is. I mean, you have these all-stars that players, fans that want to see to put up a competitive game. And what I saw during the All-Star game, it has really got to be the most boringest All-Star game that I ever watched. I actually fell asleep. Really fell asleep during the All-Star, at the end of the fourth quarter of the All-Star game, because it was not competitive at all. It's just a waste of people's time and I understand how it's boring because nobody wants to get injured, but getting injured is part of the game. Kobe once said that the All-Star game needs revamping and he said that fans want to see the best in the world. They don't want to see them running up, dunking the ball, and doing all this crazy stuff. They want to see the collection of the best basketball players on the planet, and they play and we go head up on each other. Kobe mentioned that you could go to a UCLA game and it's more a pickup game at UCLA. It's more competitive than what we saw at the All-Star game. I mean, the All-Star game used to mean something. I mean, during the 2010 season, during the 2010s, that is, 2000s to 2010s, people were actually excited to see what these superstars can put up at the All-Star game. But now, in 2018, 2019, it's all gone downhill from that point. And the reason why I mentioned Kobe, the reason why I mentioned Kobe, because Kobe always took every game, even though it was just an exhibition game. He showed his competitive nature. He had respect for the game, even though the All-Star game doesn't mean anything to anybody. But Kobe has 4 All-Star game MVPs, and he had respect for the game. I mean, it's a reason why the All-Star Game MVP trophy is named after him. Like I said, and this is a quote that I should say it again from Kobe. All-Star Game needs a little revamping. It used to be competitive. People want to see the best players in the world actually go up against each other, not running up and down And it used to be fun watching the All-Star game, but right now, what we saw in this year's All-Star game in Indy, the birthplace of basketball, they grow basketball there. It was really a waste of time. I mean, you could not watch and could care less of what happened, but that really needs to change. That's so disrespectful to the game of basketball, and that's what people admire Kobe so much, that he took everything to heart. He respected the game of basketball because he wasn't worried about getting injured. I mean, Dwayne Wade broke his nose during the All-Star game and had to wear a mask. I think this was in the 2011-12 season. He had respect for the game. And once Kobe passed in 2020, hard year, the NBA decided to honor him by changing it up for a bit for the last four seasons, where they were in the fourth quarter. The team who is winning needs to score 24 points to end the game instead of adding whatever. That should have stayed. I'm not really sure why the NBA decided to go back to old format, but really liked how in the 2021-2022 All-Star games, the winning team, whatever they're up, need to score the first to score 24 wins the game. At least that made it more competitive a bit. Now going back to what it is, it's not that interesting anymore. But that's how I want to say about this All-Star game. But moving on from the All-Star game, let's talk about my Los Angeles Lakers second half of the season. The second half of the season, the Lakers need to really be perfect. They really can't afford to lose anything. But what I expect from this Los Angeles Lakers team is that they have some kind of identity that they can thrive off of, that they can live by. Some sort of identity. I mean, Darvin Ham should have figured out a rotation at this point of the season, and the Lakers should be able to win most of the games, but I really don't have that high of an expectation. It's better not to have any expectations and just hope for a surprise from this Los Angeles Lakers team like last season. I didn't expect last season the Lakers would go to the Western Conference Finals. But that being said, Lakers need to pay attention to detail, because every game, the last 24 games of the season are the most important games in this part of the season. Lakers can't afford to just rest their players or just carelessly lose a game like to the worst team of the NBA. But yeah, so that's my thoughts on everything that I want to say for this episode of Gone Rogue. And yeah, so that's about it for this episode of Gone Rogue. If you like what I said, please give this video a super huge thumbs up. Comment in the comment section below what you think about what I said about the respect for the game of basketball. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Be sure to check out my other YouTube content that's on this channel. And thank you for watching Gone Rogue. And I'll definitely see you on the next one.